Hey guys, Jess here, and today I want to talk to you a little bit about yoga. If you follow my social media pages, you may have seen sometimes I've been talking about exercise. Exercise has always been a huge struggle for me. I'm not always consistent. As my illness got worse, it was harder to find exercises that actually helped me instead of hurt my body. Sometimes with my endometriosis, if I push myself too hard, my body has a very hard time recovering. And so that exercise that was supposed to help me ends up being a couple weeks worth of pain and soreness, and this is not good. So I've had a really long, hard time of trial and error of what exercises help me the most. And the most consistent thing that has been helpful is yoga. I think because it's low impact and it's a lot of times, there are other versions like hot yoga, but typically what I do is a lot more like hatha, and it's relaxing, it stretches, and it builds strength. So that has been the best for me. But if you've been following my social media pages, I've also been talking about how as I've gotten stronger, I've been doing a little bit of rock climbing, which has been really cool. I never thought I'd be able to do anything like that. I'm definitely totally a beginner. I'm not that good, but it's just amazing to me that I can climb a beginner route. That takes a lot of strength. But I attribute a lot of that to the yoga that I do. And when I'm not doing yoga, I like to go on really long walks or hikes, like a couple miles. So I found that those are the best for me. That being said, I recently completed Yoga with Adrienne's 30-day yoga challenge. I've been wanting to complete this challenge for a really long time. Every year I see it and I'm like, oh, I'm gonna do it. And I have never followed through. But you guys, this time I followed through. I did more than 30 days of Yoga with Adrienne. I did the entire January 30-day challenge. And I continued a few days into February before I took a break at all. And then I took a short break and I have been back. So I just wanted to share a few of the benefits I found of doing that for 30 days and of regular yoga practice or, whatever exercise you find beneficial. And I also just wanted to share a con or two that I found along the way. If you have never done a Yoga with Adrienne video, you definitely need to check her out. I have a few other yoga channels I follow that I like, but Yoga with Adrienne is definitely one of my favorites. She's very beginner friendly. I absolutely love her dog in the video. We have the same type of dog, so that's very exciting. And I just like her style. 30 days of yoga with Adrienne is basically the first day she just introduces you to the practice, and then every day after that she releases a video where you do yoga with her. The videos will be anywhere from 15 minutes to 45 minutes. I found that the 45-minute videos are a little long for me. I really like the 20 to 30-minute videos, but there was only 1 or 2 days that are 45 minutes. So if you decide to do something like this, it's always a perfect time to try. She keeps these up all year, you guys. You can decide, say in March, that you want to try this. But I had a great experience with it. So some of the benefits I noticed. The very first thing is I had a lot less soreness and pain doing this every day. So I get a lot of pain in my shoulders and down my whole back. Doing this every day really helped eliminate that, and I slept a lot better, and I just felt a lot calmer. I will say I did do this at night. You could totally do this in the morning, but I'm not a morning person. So I did this every night before bed. Number 2, I noticed that I had a lot more flexibility and strength as I did this. They always say that, the more you do an exercise, the more it'll become easier, you'll have more strength, more flexibility. That was totally true, but I really haven't done anything in the past for quite a few years, 30 days in a row, so it was really nice to see that build. The third thing that I thought was really great is that my day felt incomplete until I had done the yoga. The first couple of days it wasn't like that, but the more I went, like 2 weeks in, at the end of the day I would start to unwind. Even if it was a weekend, I'd be watching a movie and I'd be like, oh, I didn't do yoga yet. I need to do yoga. I feel like this is incomplete. And then after I did it, I felt so ready for bed. And so I thought that was a great routine. I really loved this experience. I saw a ton of benefits. I will say though, there were 2, I guess you could say, cons that I would either have to work on more or that I would just want to watch as I continue. And the first thing is sometimes I felt rushed. So sometimes it became more of a check off to-do list type thing, and I really don't want yoga to ever be that way. I think for the exercise side of it, that's probably not the end of the world. Sometimes exercise feels like a chore and you have to check it off. However, I think because yoga is also mental and it's the idea of relaxing your brain and meditating and things like that, I didn't like that I started to get to a point where I just wanted to check it off my list and move on. So I hope that I would continue to work on that, or maybe once a week give myself a break and maybe I wouldn't feel that way. Or maybe once a week change it up and do just a meditation video to bring that focus back. Most of the videos I was doing were just exercise. They had a mantra or something, but they weren't necessarily a meditation video. The second thing I noticed that sometimes was a con is because I was doing it so much, sometimes I would let my mind wander more than I usually would when I do yoga less often. But aside from that, it was a great experience. I would encourage anybody to do it. Find the exercise that works for you, that invigorates your body, that helps your pain and your needs. So often people just want to jump into an exercise because they read that it's good for them. But each person's body and specific needs are different. Hope you enjoyed this review. I'm sure a lot of you have been thinking about doing a 30-day challenge of yoga with Adrienne. So if you have been and you saw this and you're encouraged, hop to it. See you next time.